Hi there, I am Miss Helene, the Youth Services Librarian for the University Heights Branch Library with the San Diego Public Library. And I'm here to present for the How To Festival on how to put together a steampunk costume. Now, I'm also known as Miss Helene, the Steampunk Librarian. So I'll tell you more about steampunk and costuming and things like that. Steampunk, for those of you who don't know it, it's Victorian era costuming that people do. Think of shows like Doctor Who or Wild Wild West and things like that, that early steam technology. It's falls into cosplay, costume play, and it's anachronistic, kind of like Renaissance fair where people dress up from that century. And this is similar to people going to Comic-Con or other festivals that take place in different time periods, different eras, or representing certain authors, which is really cool, being that this is a library program. You might want to go to a Twain Fest or Dickens Festival and dress up for that. And steampunk, if you think of authors like H.G. Wells and Jules Verne, you'll get a feel for what steampunk is. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about costuming as we go along. So just to get started, I'm going to take off my jacket so I can start with the first thing. Oh, and just to let you know, this is kind of anything goes. If you want to get introduced to steampunk, you put together whatever you have. We never say, oh, that's not steampunk. We acknowledge people for making the effort. And the things I get are from thrift stores, yard sales, or different festivals that I go to, and picking up bits and parts for costuming. And we all just do our best to put together a costume. It doesn't have to be a huge expense, whatever you can afford. So I'm going to start out by taking off my jacket to reveal my shirt. That's going to be part of my costume. And then the skirt that I'm going to put on. And I'm just going to pull this over my head real quick. I've got everything color coordinated for brown. But as you can see near me in the background, I have other types of dresses, a green one and a blue one here that are kind of like afternoon tea types of dresses. So it just takes a minute to get all the bits and parts in place. Pull it down. And now we have my skirt to go with my blouse. So there we go. So an important part of a steampunk costume, if you wish, is a bustle. So I have 2 bustles that I'm going to put on. So, and I've gotten some of these things. There's the Gaslight Steampunk Expo every year in the fall. And sometimes when we have clothing swaps, we're able to find really cool things. And that's where I got this bustle and this skirt, in fact. So this goes over the skirt. Pull that up and you can see, and that poops out there. And I have another bustle that I'm going to put over it just to give it a little bit more volume. This one's beautiful. Let's see if I can find the top of it. I had it here a minute ago. Let's see, where did you go? Where's my pull string? There we go. Now this can pull as tight or loose as you want it to. I think I have it pulled a little too tight. Where'd my string go? It got all twisted up. Let's see. I had it just so. There we go. Okay, now we're good to go. I like this because it's adjustable. You can make it as cinched as you want and really give it some volume. See how much it poops out. All right, get this one tied off and pull it up real tight. Get those strings all up so we can get them hidden for the next part. So here we have our bustle for the back of the skirt. Now we want to have some sort of belt. And the belts that I like to use are called utilibelt. because it's a utility belt. You put all your things inside it. So here's one style of a belt that kind of goes off to the side. There's another one that's pretty small, just holds a few little things I can wrap around the waist. There's other types of belts. Very similar. A lot of crossover between Renaissance Fair and Star Trek Convention with the types of costuming that you can use. So this is my favorite one. It's got lots of pockets, and it goes really well with this outfit. So you just snap it up. And there we go. I've got little pockets and big pockets. I can put my anachronistic cell phone inside. All my special things I need to have with me, my wallet, all that. And it just goes around. And what I like about this one is it can be worn either way. And you notice there's a little strap here, that hook that snaps. There's also a hook here because any steampunk person knows that if you're going to do a steampunk activity, you have to have your teacup. So you can hook it through and hook it on right there. And always have your teacup with you in case you get invited to a tea party. So that's really important to have. And before I get to some other important things, let me just mention any kind of jewelry you want to do, all sorts of accessories to embellish your costume, bracelets, rings. I like to wear fun types of rings like that, and pins and medallions. So I can put a pin on my costume. Let's see if I can get this one to stay. Okay, so you got a pin. And what I really like also is cameos. Can never have too much. So those are just some examples. I have a fun little pin that I like to wear called Keep Calm and Steampunk On. All right. And brooches, I'll just show you if you had a costume, an outfit that was more of a blue color, like the dress behind me, you would want to do some blue brooches to go with that. And where's my favorite pair of earrings? So I've got a pair of earrings to put on with my outfit. Okay, so I've got rings, necklaces, bracelets, earrings. We have a cameo necklace. What else do we want to do? We want to wear a hat, because with our hat, we wear our goggles. One thing that's really important to have for a steampunk costume is a pair of goggles, because we do time traveling. Because like I said before, you can be in any century or any decade. And like I said, think of Jules Verne and H.G. Wells and the TARDIS from Doctor Who, where you're going to go, even Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, where you can go time traveling. So you have to have your paraphernalia for that. So this is one type of hat that either a man or a woman could wear, and you would wear your goggles with it. But this is the one that I already have nicely decorated with all my extra things. And you can even put a lot of things on your hat too, a lot of the pins and buttons. And there we go. There's my hat with my goggles. So that I'm ready to do some time traveling. Sometimes you want to make sure that you have a cane for your travels. And this is a very nice cane. So you want to have that along with you. And then one really special, oh, and I forgot to mention also, if you don't have a hat, you can just have like a little fascinator that you just put on the side of your head, a little fascinator. Oh, and other pins and buttons and brooches. Some of these would go very nicely with my outfit. And like I said, they can go on the hat. And other things that you would want to maybe have hanging off of your utility belt are keys, because you need keys to secret compartments maybe, and a little telescope, and maybe a little flask. Got your little telescope here, and other little gadgets and gizmos that you can pick up along the way to do as much or as little as you want for your costume. And then the final effect, when you're going to go out walking about, and a lot of steampunk people like to do walkabouts. We'll go to street fairs or festivals and things like that. And as a group, we'll be all dressed up together and we'll walk about with each other at special events. So you want to have your parasol for your walkabout. And there you go. That's how to create a steampunk costume. You've got your cute steampunk outfit. Thank you. Bye-bye.